Welcome back to Let the People Decide. I'm Dan Belcher. I wanted to kind of wrap this thing up with you guys and kind of an overview of what it is that we're talking about, and then also what I believe is going to be a requirement for the conservative Republican who wants this seat back, the requirement that's going to happen. We all are in this together, and I even talk a lot whenever I'm meeting with contractors or I'm meeting with employees, and I think I even said this on this show, is there's one thing in one word that separates the people who have the success, whether it's in a campaign, whether it's in business, and the people who watch other people who have the success. And it's one word, it's more. We have to do more. The reason that a Kendra Horn was able to take this seat is because there was much left on the table in the campaign on the Republican side. The reason that these Democrats continue to push and are able to ease their way in little by little by little is because nobody on the Republican side is willing to smash that progress and to say no more. And that's what we're going to have to do, but we have to do it in a very deliberate and surgical way. Because if you present to the electorate the exact same as Kendra Horn or pretty similar and close to Kendra Horn, they're not going to go against what it is that they've already voted for. It is very difficult to get someone to admit that they're wrong, to admit that they made a mistake. But if we can do this and we can actually put out to the people around us, we are the people who are trying to make these changes. There is a path forward for these changes, but I need you guys to actually go to your teacher friends. I need you to go to the other candidates in this race and ask them, what do you think about the OEA? What do you think about NEA? Ask NEAS, ask BICE. These are things that if we're not, I'm going to almost guarantee you, nobody's going to touch this. Nobody's going to touch it. They're going to put some cookie cutter statement. They're going to say how they do their job and that they're supposed to, let bygones be bygones. I am not here to let bygones be bygones. I am here to poke and thumb people in the eye, poke the bear, and to start a conversation about meaningful change. But I can't do it alone. I'll be more than happy to put together an actual manual of what my campaign is, of how to actually present this in digestible manner. But we have to be the ones who do the work. We have to be the ones who take this time, because there is no other time. These Democrats, if they continue without opposition, we will lose not only this race, but the very identity that it is to be an American. Because this party has no interest in allowing us to have the freedom of thought. Think about that. We are sitting here talking about this entire time about the people that control thought, the thoughts of our children, namely. They surely aren't even allowed us. They're not allowing us to have the freedom of thought. How much more do you think that they want to safeguard their power from anybody coming up, growing up, to challenge their authority? This is what it is that we are up against in this election. And I'm going to tell you this, you're going to see a lot more of me, and each and every time you see me, I'm probably going to get more and more aggressive whenever it comes to shining the light on the corruption and holding these people accountable. Because this is what it boils down to, is it's been too long that these people have made decisions that have zero benefit and have had zero interest in what the electorate, what their protection should be. It's been too long that they haven't been held into account. So, if nothing else in this campaign, I am going to break some dishes. I'm going to get dirty. You're going to see me right in the thick of everything that's going on and right on the vein calling out the people who should have been being called out all along. And unfortunately, it's not just on the Democrat side, especially in Oklahoma. We have a movement with Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite in this grassroots type of a campaign that is fighting tooth and nail with the establishment Republicans who are doing everything to hold on to the power that they so dearly love. But a day of reckoning is coming. There is an awakening happening. We have to trust the plan. There are things going on behind the scenes, whether you see them or not. But I will tell you this, if we don't fight tooth and nail to get this back, they're not going to give it to us. Now, I'll end with this. There is not one person who works harder than I do. So I will tell you this. In my campaign, you're going to see a workhorse. However, I cannot do this alone. So whenever you decide that you're going to flip that switch to that next level, to really take back control of Oklahoma and what it is that we have done and been for 250 years since the birth of this nation, you have got to share the post one extra time. You have got to make the comment. You've got to talk to the extra person. You've got to, anytime that you think that you've done enough, do a little bit more. Because it's going to be required of all of us. And I guarantee you this, that you will see that exact thought process and that exact approach to what it is that I'm doing. But I charge you to do the same thing, because that is how you energize an electorate. That is how a grassroots movement catches fire. And that's what's needed here in Oklahoma. That's what's needed to turn CD5. Have a great day.